Hey guys, Cameron here. I just wanted to take a minute and share with you my absolute all-time favorite fire making tip. Well, might not be a tip so much as a lead, something to look out for when you're out and about. If you are camping or live in an area that is evergreen, a lot of conifers nearby, and you find a tree that maybe got blown over by the wind and snapped halfway off, maybe even, after logging, there are some stumps laying around. The wood at the bottom of those stumps is filled with flammable sap. See if I can get it to focus on this. This is the piece I just got off the stump. And all those dark veins you see might as well be gasoline. I mean, that is some seriously flammable stuff. So I was having a bit of trouble starting a fire this morning, and it's been raining all night and most of the morning. So I said, well, I just need to go find some lighter pine or lighter fir, whatever this tree was. So yeah, we're going to process this down and start a fire with it. But first I want to show you where it came from. So here we are, within sight of my campsite, and I came over and gave this a good whack on the top, and knew I had struck gold. So what I did is I just cleaved a few off at the top, and I saw these veins here, and I knew I was onto something. So I needed to get a bigger piece off to get farther down. So the piece that I showed you earlier came from right here, or somewhere around there. And if you look, the veins get deeper in color, darker in color, the farther down you go. So what I did basically, to peel just a little layer off, just come at it with your axe like that. Try to get a long sliver going. Give it a little pry. Pry. Chop, pry. Chop, pry. There we go. More perfect lighter material. It's gonna go up in flames like you wouldn't believe. Now let's head back to camp and process this down into a usable form and start a fire with it. So the hard part's done. I intentionally worked this in thin slivers from the tree because it saves me work back at camp. I don't want to have to work this thing down width-wise when I don't have to, or depth rather. It's already as thin as I want it one direction, so now it's just length and width. So let me show you. I'm just peeling sections off. Now I have a piece this big, which is a lot more workable. Just take my nice camp knife here. Let's just get one good sliver to show you how this stuff works. All right, I'm gonna work with this. Now that is just saturated with sap. It's not focusing, but I think you can make it out. It's just saturated with sap. It's windy out. Let's see if I can light this. Alright, having a heck of a time lighting my lighter because my thumb is now covered in pine sap. So I'm going to try to get some help and use some grass first. Finally, my gosh. I'm just gonna add, just gonna keep adding this lighter for a while to make sure I have several pieces fully ignited in the bottom of the fire pit before I start adding my other kindling. Look at that flame, would you? That's just pure pine sap. I'll throw some bigger pieces in. Now I'm gonna start with a little kindling bundle there. And I mean, really, you're good to go now. So I'm going to keep nursing this fire, and then I'll be back shortly when I have it built, and we'll cook some lunch.